My name is Thème from Polaris, all the way from Canada. I do really appreciate you guys being here.
Yes.
Guys, hold on. I do appreciate you guys being here because coaching youth basketball doesn't come with a lot of money. Sometimes you have to spend your own money to coach, and you got to do it out of passion, and I respect that.
Donc il vous remercie d'être ici, et puis aussi le fait que vous soyez des coachs de jeunes, c'est aussi bien parce qu'aujourd'hui il y a beaucoup d'argent dans le milieu et que les coachs de jeunes font ça principalement par passion. Donc voilà.
Yeah, I think it's amazing that people spend a lot of time for their passion, right? So I do respect everybody in basketball.
Donc oui, ils trouvent ça très important et puis ils respectent encore plus les gens qui font ça par passion pour leur métier.
Even the referees.
Et même les arbitres.
So I'll be talking about creating advantages off the dribble. My style of coaching is more off the catch, a lot of passing, 5 people touching the ball. That's how I like to coach, but I do know that playing off the dribble is really important as well.
Donc lui, il va vous montrer des situations, comment créer un avantage en 1 contre 1. Lui, il joue beaucoup avec beaucoup de passes et surtout autour des attrapés joués.
And I do take a lot of, especially when it comes to youth basketball, coaching younger kids, I do think that skill development should be the base of every training.
Donc oui, dans le programme de développer les jeunes joueurs, il dit que justement il faut être à fond sur les fondamentaux.
Yeah, and obviously I'm a skill trainer when I'm not coaching. I do think that, good coaches know how to train and coach as well.
Donc à côté de son équipe où il coach, il est aussi entraîneur individuel, donc il pense que c'est aussi important d'être sur l'individuel et sur une équipe.
Yeah, so I'll just take them over and we'll do some drills. It's gonna be about building base, right? It's gonna be building from the beginning, talking about footwork, and then slowly building up to one-on-one play, decision making, all that.
Donc il va proposer des situations aux joueurs, et il va justement faire par étage, essayer de construire d'une base, d'abord par des appuis, puis ensuite jusqu'au bout avec la prise de décision.
So feel free to ask any questions. You can stop me at any point, and then we'll get going.
Donc n'hésitez pas à couper, poser des questions.
You guys good?
Donc n'interprétez pas les mots si vous voulez.
Let's go. They're tired. They're tired. 40 minutes, that's it. Come here, everyone.
Allez, tout le monde est là.
You don't want to train, huh? You don't want to train. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to work on creating advantage, right? So the first thing of creating an advantage off the dribble is creating space, creating separation.
Donc il va créer des avantages, mais surtout créer une séparation dans le 1 contre 1, dans le dribble.
And this drill is going to be very unusual, but I want them to understand why we're doing this drill as well. I want the players to understand why we're doing this drill.
Ça va être un petit peu atypique, mais il a surtout envie, ce qu'il va proposer, mais surtout il a envie que les joueurs puissent comprendre pourquoi il propose ça, pourquoi cette situation.
I think in that way, like, players will absorb the information a lot better. So I'll explain to you why we're doing this drill. Okay, so give me who can demonstrate? Who can go? You can go? Okay. Now, this is a very unusual drill. It's very different.
C'est vraiment différent, c'est vraiment pas atypique ce qu'il va proposer.
Now, I want you to think about track and field. Track and field, running, sprinting.
Donc il veut qu'on pense justement à l'athlétisme.
One of the more common drills when it comes to sprinting and track and field is when the runner is moving, leaning forward, and then as they fall, they're running.
Donc un des exercices les plus basiques dans l'athlétisme justement, c'est le fait de se sentir tomber et ensuite accélérer, enchaîner.
Sprinting drill.
Partir en sprint en tombant.
Ball on the right hand. Okay. Let me see your ball too. Ball on the right hand like this. Okay. I want you to lift up your left foot. left foot with this. Okay? From there, I want you to lean forward, as if you're falling. I want you to lean forward. Now, when you're getting low, left foot touches the ground. And I'm pushing. That's okay. That's okay.
Donc on tire la balle dans la main droite, on lève le pied gauche et quand on se sent tomber justement vers l'avant, on veut tout de suite poser le pied gauche pour après.
So I want you to think about it. Your back foot is pushing off, right? So instead of I'm not just running. I'm going. Left foot is coming down, and I'm pushing off of it, and I'm trying to get separation. Now that left foot comes down straight down. It doesn't go up. So here, down and up.
Tu pousses vraiment sur ton pied gauche pour ensuite partir.
So
c'est pas avancer le pied gauche.
I'm leaning, push, and up. Pull. And then get into the basket. Go. Yeah, so I want you to think about taking a long step, long first step. So if I'm the defender, that first step is way longer. Yeah. Okay, so half of you can go over there, half of you can stay over here and do the same thing.
Okay. De chaque côté et vous faites.
So again, like this is you're talking about the movement of taking a long first step and getting low in your stance as well.
Donc la priorité c'est avoir l'accélération sur le premier appui gauche, avoir le deuxième appui qui est très très long et en même temps tout ça en étant très très bas.
In a game of basketball, you'll never hold on to the ball, you'll never lift up your foot. That's not possible, but in a training session, I want them to understand the movement pattern.
Donc forcément ça arrive jamais en match de tenir la balle dans sa main droite comme ça, c'est forcément pas transférable au jeu, par contre c'est très fondamental dans l'approche pour justement décortiquer chaque mouvement.
Like you're constantly emphasizing the fact that you have to be low, you have to be in your stance, right? Just to create a little bit more separation.
Oui, il veut mettre l'accent justement sur être très low, très très bas, pour justement être dans une bonne posture, pour ensuite justement être capable de franchir.
You can go, guys, you can go left hand, right hand, switching. Left hand, right hand, switching.
Alterner main gauche, main droite.
Okay, now it's going to be a little bit more, you're adding a layer to it, right? You're adding a layer to it, and then there's going to be a little bit more like mainline.
Donc là maintenant ça va se rapprocher un petit peu plus du jeu.
Now we're just going to put four cones here, same thing, same concept. You guys are thinking about taking a long first step. Okay, so I'm here. What you're going to do, this is a good ball. The flop. Good. Now, again, think about these cones as if they're defenders' legs, right? So when you take a long step, I want you to be ahead of the cones.
Donc maintenant on va se rapprocher du jeu. Il faut imaginer les petits plots comme des défenseurs. Il faut essayer de mettre le premier pas, le premier long d'appui au-delà des défenseurs.
So this is what we're going to do, okay? So we're taking one dribble, and I'm sliding to the next one. When I slide, I'm going my left foot first and then right foot. Remember, I have to step, right? Get that power into it. So I'm here, step, right? Also, my stance, my chest and ball, all at the same time, like this. I gotta be lower than my defender.
Donc l'idée c'est de faire un pas chassé, de slider, avec justement l'idée de mettre le pied gauche en premier, mettre l'impulsion sur le pied gauche pour après allonger le pied droit pour passer le cône.
And at the end I'm just finishing. So here, slide. Chest down, slide. And I'm getting to the basket. And you can do whatever finish you want. You guys get it? Okay, let's go.
Faites la finition que vous voulez. Mais il veut vraiment mettre l'accent sur la posture, être très bas et avancer les épaules en même temps que les genoux pour être capable de encore plus franchir.
So make sure you guys are stepping hard. stepping hard and you're low. You're low as well. Getting in your space. Go. Step, yeah. There we go. Step. But lower dribble too. Lower dribble. Lower dribble. Lower dribble.
Dribble plus bas. Dribble plus bas.
Right? The ball, you shouldn't dribble up here. You want to be lower, down here. Under your knees. Dribble lower, 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 lower.
Si possible, essayez de dribbler au niveau des genoux.
Step. And attack. Yeah. Now try going to the left side now.
Changez de
Start
côté.
from the other side. Left hand dribble. Left hand dribble.
Changez de côté pour lancer main gauche.
From here, try. Now left foot, right? Your left foot is hitting now.
Donc on pousse avec le pied droit et on allonge avec le pied gauche.
There we go. Left foot, good. Good. Taking a long step. Yeah. There we go, good. You gotta go faster, my man. Faster, fast, fast. Go. Good. Get low and up. There you go. And up, go. Jump, jump, jump. That's it, that's it. Get low, get low, get low.
Encore plus bas, encore plus bas.
And then constant reminder of get low, dribble, like all the time. Right? Because I think especially in youth basketball, everyone plays on. They just stand up like this and dribble. Right? I think the habit of being low is something that you need to be constantly reminded of.
On va tout le temps leur rappeler qu'il faut tout le temps être très bas parce que surtout chez les jeunes, ils n'ont pas cette habitude-là, donc c'est leur développer cette habitude-là d'être toujours très bas.
Okay, now we're going to add, so when we're doing this drill, again, to the players, I want you to think about taking a long step, right? Beating your defender, taking a long step. Now we're going to add the decision-making part of it.
Donc toujours le but d'essayer d'avoir le long appui pour franchir. Maintenant justement il va passer sur la partie prise de décision.
So we have one player, give me one player, one defender. One player. Come on.
Un défenseur, un défenseur.
So you're here. You're in between these cones. Okay? I need one offense with the ball. Okay? So you're going to start with the dribble. You're going to start with the dribble. However you want. Yeah. Whatever you want. Dribble, 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 dribble. Now, we're going to play one-on-one. As soon as the defender chooses a cone and touches the cone, you're going to go to the other side and then get to the basket. Okay? Remember, long first step.
Tu fais ce que tu veux en dribble au début, et au moment où le défenseur touche un plot, l'attaquant doit faire un long appui pour franchir.
Now, I think this is the mistake that a lot of players make. Hold the ball here. A lot of players make is when we put cones, they try to go around it. Right? I want you to emphasize, you have to go right beside the defender.
Donc justement, là, une des erreurs communes des joueurs, c'est quand ils voient des cônes, c'est de passer à l'extérieur, de faire le tour des cônes, alors qu'il faut tout simplement aller au plus proche du défenseur. Et donc c'est juste que s'il va d'un côté, on va tout droit, mais on va avec la bonne main loin du défenseur.
If a player is choosing a side and I have an advantage, I can go straight, in a straight line, and then get to the basket. So take a long step and straight line to the basket. Try it again. Now you're on offense, you're on defense.
On fait un très long appui vers l'avant.
Go,
en allant tout droit.
go. Yeah. Okay? And you guys can do it on this side and keep working on this side. Go.
Même chose des deux côtés.
You go back. Okay? Here and here. Right? Decision making. Right? Decision making, reading the defender. As soon as they reach for the cone, you can go to the basket.
Donc on est sur la prise de décision, dès qu'il va toucher le cône, on essaie d'aller au plus vite possible, le plus loin possible du défenseur.
Again, you can do this drill with off the catch as well, off the pivot. You can modify it.
On peut faire cet exercice-là après une passe, après un attrapé, également aussi après un pivoté. Là c'est sur des dribbles.
Good. Guys, think about taking a long step and beating your defender.
Pour battre le défenseur, il faut vraiment faire un long appui vers l'avant. Allez.
Now in this drill, I would say offense offense has a lot of advantage because their defender is moving to one side.
Dans cet exercice, évidemment, l'attaquant a beaucoup d'avantages, a un long avantage, puisque le défenseur
Now, as we go on, we're going to add a little bit more defense, a little bit more defense later.
Et justement, il fonctionne par couche, et petit à petit, on va ajouter un peu plus de défense, pour complexifier la tâche de l'attaquant.
Good, nice one. Good. Okay, now, guys. So,
Okay, stop again.
we'll move on to the next one. Tired?
Stop again.
We'll move on to the next one. Okay, so similar drill, right? You're still playing one-on-one, but you're adding a little bit more defense to it, right? So you come. So one person with the ball, you're going here, facing that way. Okay? And one person with defense, shoulder to shoulder, like this. Okay? So when the coach says go, or defender can say go. You want to say go, right? When you say go, you're running, touching here, circle, and then playing defense. You have to dribble around that cone, and then play defense. So, defender is coming at you. Ready?
Ok, pour l'épaule, défenseur il part un petit peu, il va toucher le sac de non-charge, attaquant il fait le tour des cônes.
Now the defender is actually in front of you, right? So there's a little bit more defense.
Là c'est un petit peu plus complexe pour l'attaquant.
There you're facing down, yeah. Go. Keep going, keep going. Remember to be low, right? Low, explosive. Yeah, nice. You gotta be low and you're sprinting.
Faut pas oublier d'être très bas les gars sur le dribble, sur la posture, pour essayer de franchir.
I think when you're teaching a concept, it's better to start from like very low to now adding small defenders as you go on.
Pour lui justement quand on développe un concept, une philosophie, une méthode, il faut partir vraiment du plus bas, du plus simple, pour après complexifier petit à petit.
And the constant reminder of always being low, dribbling low as well, I think it's something that, again, you have to do all the time.
Donc être très bas dans sa posture, être très bas dans son dribble, c'est toujours quelque chose qu'il doit répéter constamment pour développer l'habitude.
Now, we've done one-on-one, so now we're going 2-on-2, 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s with the same concept.
Et donc avec la même méthode, aller justement du 1 contre 1 comme ils font là, pour aller vers 2 contre 2, 3 contre 3, comme 4 contre 4.
So guys, now, come this way. Now we're going to play 2-on-2. Okay? So it's the same thing, we're playing 2-on-2. Okay? So, guys. So, one pair here. Yeah. Same thing, you guys are doing the exact same thing. I need 2 people without the basketball right there. Okay, without the basketball right there. Okay? So, again, same thing. One person facing the basket with no ball, one person with the ball. Same thing here. So you're on offense, you're on defense. Okay, same thing. You're on offense, you're on defense. Okay? Usually we'll say, coaches will say go, or the defender will say go. And then when you say go, you're going around. Same thing, you're touching that. Same thing, you're touching. Right? And we're playing 2-on-2. Okay? We're playing 2-on-2. But same concept, take a long step and try to beat your defender. Right? You guys ready? You guys ready? Show it. Ready?
Exactement la même chose en 2 contre 2.
Good. You guys will try here. Same thing here. Here you go. You guys can keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Allez-y les gars. Allez.
Right? And I do think especially in youth basketball, the competition part of it is very important. I think I think for me, the goal isn't to just win games, but creating a competitive environment in practice is really.
Donc surtout chez les jeunes, pour lui la compétition est très importante, alors pas forcément de gagner les matchs, mais surtout de créer un environnement compétitif.
Yeah, so if we can teach a concept through competing, playing a lot of one-on-one, two-on-two, three-on-threes, I think that's more effective than having no defenders in front of him.
Donc pour lui justement c'est beaucoup plus important de faire la compétition comme ça dans ses entraînements plutôt que simplement être avec une défense.
Now there's many ways you can incorporate this into 5-on-5, we'll get into, but to me, having advantage and disadvantage and you're inserting that as a coach is inserting disadvantage and advantage as a coach is I think.
Donc pour lui, à l'entraînement, mettre toujours des avantages et des désavantages pour l'attaque ou la défense, c'est très important pour lui.
You guys can do it. You guys, stop. Now let's play. We can do a little 5-on-5. Okay. So I want you to match up. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are a team. I need 5 people on this line. Now you guys are defending. So I need one person slot, corner, slot, corner, and then one person here. One person in the post. Okay. Same thing. So you guys match up. You guys match up with them. Okay? You guys match up with them. I need one more person. Guys, I need one more person. So, 5-on-5 setting, creating an advantage, right? Many different ways. So we can do the same thing with the cones, right? But if you want a little bit less of an advantage, I'll do like this. So ball here, defender here, right on the side. So you're shoulder to shoulder. You're shoulder to shoulder, facing the basket. Facing the basket. Like this. Okay? So go move back a little bit more. Move back a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah? From there, right? Defender will say go. Again, even the sign, right? The defender, if the defender says go first, he has a little bit more advantage. If offense says go first, he has a little bit more advantage.
Donc là maintenant on passe au 55 avec un avantage, donc il aurait pu faire la même chose que tout à l'heure avec tour de plomb pour après repartir. Là il décide de les mettre épaule à épaule et là il est en train de dire justement que si c'est le défenseur forcément qui dit go, l'attaque a un peu moins d'avantage et que si par contre c'est l'inverse, c'est l'attaquant qui décide, l'attaque a encore plus d'avantage que prévu.
And as a coach, obviously, having the freedom to put advantage on offense or defense, I think is magical.
Et donc pour lui, la magie du coach, c'est justement d'avoir cette liberté de soit mettre un peu plus d'attaque, soit mettre un peu plus de défense pour générer des choses différentes.
Okay, so ready to go. So now, this time defender is going to say go, right, shoulder to shoulder. Whenever he says go, you're attacking, reading the outside, reading the weak side. Okay.
Donc là, c'est bien le défenseur qui va dire go à chaque fois.
Let's switch offense and defense and try it again. Let's switch offense and defense and try it again. Ready? Nice cut, good. Switch offense, defense, and try it again here. Try it again here.
Changer les rôles encore.
You say go. Yeah, you say go. Okay, stop. I think, again, when you coach youth basketball, this is something that you see all the time, which I can't stand at all when players do this. Now, when you guys get the ball, what's the objective of the game? What's the goal? To score. Where does the ball go in? The net. Every time you catch, you're looking at the basket and being ready, not catching here, looking to pass, right? I'm catching, looking at the basket every time, trying to play one-on-one. If that's not there, I can make a pass, okay?
Donc, toujours la première intention, balle en main, c'est de regarder le panier pour pouvoir scorer, pour pouvoir tirer.
Now offense will say go, you will say go.
Maintenant, c'est l'attaque qui va dire non.
Good, ready to shoot? And you're standing. Okay, one more time, and we're done, I promise. One more time and we're done. Nice one. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. I know you guys say that. So, I do think, again, skill development piece has to be, hold on to the ball. I think the skill development piece of it has to be the main point when it comes to especially youth basketball. I do think as
il répète encore que les fondamentaux c'est très important et c'est le truc le plus important pour lui, pour le basket de jeunes.
I don't know how many times you guys get to practice, but when you coach a team, you don't have a lot of time to practice, right? That is it. You don't have a lot of time to practice, and you tend to focus more on systems and plays and whatever it is.
Donc ça dépend aussi de combien de fois on entraîne notre équipe. Il ne sait pas combien de fois vous entraînez leur équipe, parce que justement, pour lui c'est aussi important de passer du temps sur les plays, sur les systèmes, mais il travaille collectivement.
Yeah, and we tend to forget the skill development piece of it. They can know how to come up pick and roll, they can know how to come up picks, but if they don't know how to dribble, pass, and shoot, there's no point.
Donc ils peuvent justement, on peut faire du pick and roll et toutes sortes de systèmes. Les gars, s'il vous plaît, les ballons. Les gars, ballons. Merci. Par contre, justement, ils n'ont pas un bagage technique assez important, ils ne pourront jamais s'exprimer dans le système.
And I think we tend to forget our goals as youth basketball coaches. I don't know about you guys, but for me, the objective isn't to just win games. We try a lot to win, right? We scout, we practice a lot, we try a lot to win, but my goal as a youth basketball coach is to develop these guys so they can play at the next level.
Donc, en tout cas pour lui, ils ont tendance parfois à oublier que la formation des jeunes, c'est d'abord sur le développement et pas sur gagner des matchs, même si lui, il aime bien quand même gagner des matchs. Mais c'est surtout se souvenir de notre but premier qui est de former les joueurs individuellement.
And then that's also the reason why for example, we do this type of movement and skill development with 170 point guards to 213 centers, basically, because it's not about just winning games and then putting them into positions. It's about building their skill so they can move on.
Surtout, c'est lorsque l'on est à l'entraînement, c'est faire toutes ces situations-là, mais qu'importe le joueur, qu'il fasse 1m70 ou 2m13, et comme ça, justement, on n'est pas forcément trop dans gagner les matchs, mais plutôt dans le développement et construire leur profil.
Especially at the younger level, right? Like you 12, you 13, you 14, you see tall kids, but you never know if they're gonna grow, right? So, but I do see a lot of coaches that just put the tallest guys under the basket, having them as centers, and which I think is a wrong mindset.
Et donc surtout quand on est en U12, en U13, c'est encore plus important, où là justement on peut voir des grands joueurs, et qui sont, c'est pas si justement ils vont grandir, et lui il voit beaucoup de coachs et beaucoup d'équipes mettre le grand sous le panier, les faire poster, et forcément c'est pas forcément une bonne chose pour le futur.
Yeah, so as I said at the beginning, I have a ton of respect for every single one of you. I do think it's, the game of basketball for me is very special because gave me confidence. I learned a lot about myself. I obviously made a lot of good friends as well. And I do respect that, you guys are out here learning from a small-time coach like me, and yeah, I'm very appreciative.
Donc il a un grand respect pour vous d'être ici, de vous écouter, parce que pour lui le basket l'a aussi permis de se développer, de connaître sur soi-même, sur lui-même, et aussi de faire des rencontres. Et donc il vous remercie encore une fois d'être là, parce que de l'écouter lui, un petit entraîneur d'une petite ville au Canada.
So thank you, thank you.
Donc merci à vous.